Hello, you're welcome to ABC News Highlights. My name is Olga Abahtai.
And my name is Nana Kwame Pepe.
On to our first story for the day. So it's looking like the Black Stars are not going to get some peace of mind for a while because Ghanaians are not letting up on their opinions after they said they performed very disappointingly in the AFCON games. And now the goalkeeper for the team has apologized. He said, "To the wonderful people of Ghana," his name is Rich Ofori, "I humbly extend my heartfelt apologies for our team's performance at AFCON. As a collective, we fell short. We gave our all in, the previous games, and it pains me that we couldn't achieve the desired result in the end. I want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support and reassure you that we love God and are committed to learning from this experience. We promise to work harder, address our mistakes, and strive for a better outcome in the future. Your understanding means the world to us." So he says they fell short. I don't know what I should call them, questions or opinions. I'm not, a football expert. I have,
Yes, that's
Okay, so Nana, my thought process. This is a big country. Um, these are not the only footballers, in the world. I know some of them play outside, continent, and so when it's time, they call them back, and blah blah blah. Um, I'm sure that this will involve money, but would it be so difficult if they had, a plan? I don't know whether it will be 1 year, maybe less, and said, okay, so for every month, we'll spend a month in a region. They're young boys, but very capable. They just need training. Let's establish a camp, put them there, ensure that, we cater for them, we feed them, we give them a stipend for the month, train them, watch games to understand, develop their skills. Are they going to be strikers, whatever, and all that? Watch your predecessors' games, watch your opponents' games, train them, and then build them for the AFCON. If after that they become successful in India, they get into teams outside the continent, that is absolutely great. But is it so difficult to, tour this country to find people who are not the current Black Stars that we have?
so that this argument works on the premise that we need them out. We need the current Black Stars.
I mean, no, it's not like we need them out, but don't you think we need new faces?
I think
And when I
yes.
say new faces, I'm not talking about the face. I mean
Yeah.
skills, energy.
Yes. I think collectively the performance was abysmal and people have said we do need new faces. But then I think the trend becomes more glaring when you realize that they would leave the AFCON and they'll go and thrive in the various international clubs.
Which is crazy.
Did went and scored and drew for his team. You have the other people go and do
So
well.
what is it? They do not have the desire to play for the country. Well, the teamwork is not working. What is it?
Yeah, so that is the point. I think we need to, the GFA, the coach, we need to find out what is not working.
So not find
because
people.
because I don't really think it is. Yes, some of the people, that goalkeeper, what he did, well, but I feel like beyond just the performance, there may be a bigger problem because individually they're able to stand out in other clubs,
Have
in
they
the
not been
various
the same
clubs.
people who have consistently gone for this AFCON and haven't done anything?
If there's anything that they've been consistent with is apology.
Exactly. So don't you think new people need to?
I don't think we need new people. I just don't know if the GFA is poised enough to undertake the policy or suggestion you have given, even though it is
given the
beautiful.
budget for Ghana's AFCON is almost close to what the winners of AFCON would have won.
Yes.
You don't think that they can undertake
No,
such an
it's
expense?
that will they do it? I don't think it's even a matter of money. Is will they be able to put it in there? But actually, let us know what you think. In the comment section, what Abba is saying is definitely profound. Do you think it is doable? Do you think the GFA is poised enough to do that? And also, let us know what you think about the apology. If Asamoah had to deal with Ghana's backlash over a missed penalty for over a decade, I don't think a simple apology would do any justice for him. But let us know what you think. And moving on to our next story. And according to a 2023 Corruption Perceptions Index by a report by Transparency International, Ghana has been ranked 70 on the list. And so we have, for over some time, like over 4 years, we have consecutively been 70 on the list, which sort of goes a long way to prove that we have been stagnant in our fight against corruption. So in this same report, Ghana scored 40 out of 100. Yes, and out of 180 countries, we were 70. Yes, on the list. So it is, and it's quite ironic to know that this government has like prided themselves with putting a lot of effort in fighting corruption, and anti-corruption mission and agenda has quite thrived under their administration, they've claimed. So yeah, we are asking questions.
Are they fighting the corruption?
Or are they not?
That is a great question.
And the numbers, the statistics are here, and it's
well, they're not really tallying with the we're fighting the corruption.
exactly.
So what's happening?
Yeah. So what is? I think Baumia has a very famous line where he says, "The something will expose you." Yeah, he says something along the lines of the numbers will expose you or something.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, but exactly.
The numbers are exposing.
Yeah, they've been quite exposing, guys. I don't think for many it may come as a surprise, especially for normal like civilians. But to the people in power, I'm sure it will be quite a shock considering how they believe they've done a lot to fight corruption.
You let us know what you think. Do you think we're truly fighting corruption, or we need to do more? On to our next story for the day. So IMF says Ghana's economy is on the right path, even though we are not there. The International Monetary Fund resident representative in Ghana, Dr. Leandro Medina, has lauded the nation's concerted efforts to achieve economic stability, affirming that although Ghana has not reached its destination, it is undeniably on the right path. So, in an interview on City Breakfast Show, he told the host that Ghanaian authorities are actively working to revitalize the economy. The indicators, he stated clearly, demonstrates the commitment and actions taken by the government. Now, I don't know what kind of report the IMF is receiving. Well, let's just say our situation isn't exactly showing that we're on the right path. But maybe, someone who's an expert in the economy and has statistics can come and tell us why we are on the right
I don't think anything will beat how the ordinary Ghanaian feels, regardless of what the words may say, regardless of what the stats, regardless of what the projections may say, it would always boil down to iska wubutumana, utimain, ufilis iska wubutum. But then again, I think the IMF too has made quite concrete future projections, not just with regards to the case of Ghana, but globally. So we are looking forward to it manifesting in our pockets and in our daily life, that we are on the right path, so that we can all, benefit from this supposed right path that we are all on. We are moving on to our next story. And so since we're in the wake of elections are coming up this year, Reverend Dr. Hiagbe, who happens to be the rector of Global Theological Seminary, GTS, has warned us to be wary of false election prophecies and to totally disregard them. And I think what he's saying is very right. Also, it comes off the back of Opambo's prophecy that God has chosen former President Mahama to lead the country and sort of like deliver us from the current state that we are in. So yes, he's saying that God said it's Mahama's time to come and deliver us from biblical terms, the Pharaoh's rule. But then here we have Reverend Dr. Komi Hiagbe saying disregard any false prophecy. Also because his reason is God speaks with one voice. So we can't have a prophet saying it's going to be Mahama, another prophet saying it's going to be Alan Chamating, another prophet saying it's going to be Cheddar of the New Force or somebody else, or the current Vice President Baumia. God speaks in one voice, and these many voices could be confusing to Christians and non-Christians alike. He also cited the fact that it could persuade congregants to voting for one particular person if the pastor or head of their church would say, God has shown me, or God has said that this person will win. Even if they do not believe in their policies or the fact that they are good candidates, they would go and vote because their pastor says, God has chosen this man to lead Ghana.
I know sometimes prophecies come off the premise that what you do is what ensure that the prophecy comes to
Mm.
pass. But I'm feeling like maybe there should be a law that, does something along the lines of if that prophecy is not from God and you come and say it and it doesn't come to pass, there should be repercussions so that the next time you don't just, up and.
But who is to confirm it is from God this time?
I mean, when it doesn't come to pass, we'll have some questions
I
for you.
mean, they could. I mean, this pastor predicted that we would win one of our AFCON matches and we lost. I think was it the one with
I
Cape
think
Verde?
another.
And then he said the prophet that God changed his
You
mind.
see,
I mean, God is a forever
my
changing.
thing is not to say, okay, don't give your prophecy.
Mm.
The law should have a bit of control in terms of don't just up and come and say anything.
But that's the funny thing. I don't think the law can speak for God or
It cannot, obviously.
ascertain if this is really from God or
Not
not.
at all. But how do I put it? There's freedom of speech, there's blah blah blah, and
Mm.
yet there's still a way that controls
Mm.
a bit of
No,
so you don't just up and.
yeah, I do understand what you're saying. If the laws are to check if you're going to incite like violence or
Exactly.
even instill fear in citizens, yeah, that I get. But then at the end of the day, we wouldn't really be able to tell what goes on in their private conversations with God. But guys, let us know what you think in the comment section about election prophecies. Do they really persuade congregants? If you're a Christian, if you're a Christian or if you're a Muslim, and your imam or pastor tells you that they have had a revelation that this person is going to lead the country, would you be persuaded to vote for them? Or would you do your due diligence and actually ask yourself the questions if this person is worth leading Ghana into the said promised states that we need to be in?
Indeed. Do let us know what you think. This has been ABC News Highlights. My name is Golda Abatai.
And my name is Nana Kwame Brobe.
For more details, please visit abcnewsgh.com or social media handle abcnewsgh_.